Hey, what's going on? Time for another 2-minute drill on 1520 KOLM The Ticket. I'm Scotty Matthews, Frank Spaeth. We are 3 games into a very young season for the Med City Freeze, but these guys are still hungry. They're not satisfied. And we've got a Freeze takeover happening right now in the studio. Let's go around the room and everybody introduce themselves real quick.
My name's Adler Bryant, number 90, defensive tackle.
Steve Patterson, number 52, D-line.
Matt Jack, center, D-tackle, number 65.
Gavin Polanski, defensive tackle, number 69.
Nathan Polanski, number 25, running back.
Jordan Pogels, defensive coordinator.
Jason Bourne, defense assistant.
Storm Soto, tight end, number 6.
Tim Nella, running back, number 24, the John Marshall Rockets.
But number 1 in your heart. All right, so first things first, how's the season been?
It's been incredible. I think a lot of the guys here just having a lot of fun and making headway, doing a lot of great things. Got a good talent, and we haven't even utilized all of our skills, so a lot of great things to come also.
Well, 3-0 start, you can't argue with that.
You can't argue with it, but, there's a team out there that's outscored their opponents by 146 points, so
wow.
We're trying to get on their level and surpass them. Right now we're doing great, but we're looking further down the line. Our goal, Road to Oregon, is pretty much what the season's motto has been.
What are some things you guys think you need to work on at this point in the season?
I think some of the things that we have to work on is just gelling together, continuing to gel together, continuing to grow. Last week against the Rampage was a true test. Down 10-0 late in the third. It really showed who we are as a team. We grew together, we stuck by each other, and we were able to get the comeback victory.
Any surprises for any of you guys this seaseason? New team, 3-0 already, making some good strides. What's surprised you so far maybe about the team, the league, any of those areas?
I don't think there's many surprises going on right now. We expected to be 3-0. We'd be disappointed in ourselves if we weren't undefeated. We have high expectations, and we're meeting every single goal. So all the goals we've achieved, we've hit. If the only surprise I can see is we have a lot of talent, a lot of skilled players that are itching to play and itching to make a name for themselves in this league as well.
I'm really surprised at the talent from the other teams because I haven't played football now in 10 years, so it's one of those things where a lot of the games going into it, I thought we were just going to go out there and rock it, and then like Storm just said last game, being down 10-0, I was not ready for that. I mean, I really thought we were going to go out there and we are going to kick their butts, be up 30-0, and then win the game. And, I mean, just seeing the speed, seeing the strength, seeing how some of these guys really train and are really ready to play surprised me a lot.
I think the one thing that surprised me this season was just the amount of support we've had at each home game. Our first home game, it was crazy cold, it was raining, it was windy, but we still had, I think, over 350 in attendance on our home stand.
Very cool.
And then the second game, I think we had a little over 400. So just the amount of support that we had for the first 2 games, for our first 2 home games, has been tremendous for us, I think.
So with your next opponent coming up, the Grizzlies, what do you foresee coming up with those guys? Like, what are some challenges you got to face with to stay undefeated?
Well, right now the Grizzlies are 1-2. Their backs are against the wall early in the season. They're a big team. They're a passionate team. They're mean. Basically, I'm going to consider it my job to go out there and beat them at their own game. But when it comes down to it, they have a fan base that's going to be there. They're going to be loud, and we're counting on our own fan base to step up and help us reach that 4-0 mark.
Well, you guys have been pretty amped up. I mean, I've had Storm and Tim in here a few times already. Now, are you going to be able to translate this energy to Saturday?
After having played amateur football for a couple years, you can't really match the passion of it because it's not, like when you're playing sports when you were younger. Everybody here wants to play. Everybody wants to be here. The intensity is high, and everything that carries over, whatever you see out in public is for real on the field. And the Freeze are the real deal. The defense is stout, and the offense is learning how to put points on the board. So, I expect us to get the job done all year.
Do you guys work hard in practice like that, like game tempo and everything between offense and defense?
When we get together, we're a lot about business. But obviously, we like to have a good time. We're not here to not have fun. So there's always fun involved. But beating people's always fun, and winning's always fun.
So mid-season MVP, who do you think could give it to on the team?
My big brother, Andre Davis.
Any arguments from the rest of the squad in here?
I might just give it to the defense overall for putting points on the board and not really giving many up.
I'm pretty sure our defense is scoring more points than the opposing team's offense is scoring. So I'm a little biased to that. I'm calling the plays, but yet the players on the field are the ones who are making the plays and making our defense look that good. So
what do we got on the year? 5 pick sixes? 4 pick sixes?
First game of the season, we had a fumble recovery for, I believe, a 50-yard return. First Freeze touchdown goes to Mike Van Epperen. Later that game, we had a punt return for about 80 yards by Lakeem Good. Second game, we had a pick 6, I believe. Third game, we had and a punt return, second game by Andre Davis. Third game this past week, we had Jake Sharpen, one-handed pick 6, which basically switched the momentum to our favor. And then Mike Van Epperen again had a pick six off the 3-yard line and basically took 2 steps into the end zone. So, and then Tim Nello finally got his first touchdown of the season. Don't count though, because it was
first touchdown in 10 years.
It was a reception touchdown, so they don't count. Sorry, Tim.
How'd you guys react as a team then?
We froze Tim out a little bit. Kind of gave him the cold shoulder on the way back to the sideline because there was the no touchdown Tim, but he finally got one. But as far as the defense goes, we enjoy the job that we do. We enjoy putting points on the board, and we enjoy shutting people down. So
That's perfect. My man Jack, you got something to say? You've been kind of quiet over there, man. You got something to add?
I just want to thank all the fans that have come out for the first 3 games. This week we want to really pack the stands, see it blue. So if you are coming to the game, wear as much blue as you can and be as loud as you can be. We're trying to make it tough on the opposing offense. So thanks for all the support. And I got to give a shout out to my big boys up front, Josh Shreves, Ted Ohm, Khalil, Big Rob, and all the other D linemen as well.
Well said. Nate, you got anything else?
Yeah, just letting everybody know, if you don't have anything blue, there will be some merchandise sold down at the gate. $6 for adults, and kids 13 and under. Everybody's free under 13.
And thanks to Clemens Subaru and all of our sponsors.
And of course, you guys are online. How do we follow y'all?
you can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at Med City Freeze. Don't forget to freeze up this weekend.
It's awesome. You guys play 7 o'clock again at RCTC Field this Saturday, right?
Correct. Should be gorgeous weather from what I'm looking at. Hopefully it stays that way, and hopefully you can pack the stands and get everyone in there.
Cool. Freeze Grizzlies, 7 o'clock this Saturday. We hope to see more butts in the seats, that's for sure, and keep supporting our local squad. Guys, thanks so much for coming in and having a Freeze takeover in the studio. And that'll also do it for another edition of the 2-Minute Drill on 1520 KOLM The Ticket. Be sure to like us on Facebook, 1520 The Ticket, and check out our website, 1520theticket.com. For Frank Spaeth, I'm Scotty Matthews. We'll talk to you next time.